First speaker is Laurel Lamont, to be followed by Tammy Marine.
Hi, my name is Laurel Lamont, and I represent Upward Community. I'm an advocate for attainable home ownership. So I bring a face to the faceless, a voice to the voiceless. We've talked about fire, police, teachers, but we do see those community members. We don't generally see the community that serves the community. So like the grocers, your barbers, every building you pass is a lesser income employee who cannot afford to reside within the community we serve. All across the nation, businesses are unionizing because we're burnout. We're tired. We're tired of feeling unseen and not incorporated into the communities we serve. I work for Trader Joe's, and I advocate for attainable homeownership and all of the workforce that works to serve the community. All of these companies deserve a seat at the table. So we talk about money, $40 million. I think that's a starting point. I've always said that there's plenty of money. We just need to seek it out. It's time to bring Trader Joe's to the table. It's time to bring Costco to the table. It's time to bring Target to the table, and Starbucks and whatever else that we want to have in accessibility to our community. Because if they care about their employees, which I know they do, then they're going to be willing to talk about housing and how they can contribute to their employees being a part of the community. We need to bring the smaller businesses, the very popular 1909, Eat, Press, Public House, whatever it is, bring them to the table. What do their employees need? Can their employees afford to live here? What is it they're lacking? And have we done a survey of the employment of Old Town? Would they live in Old Town if they could live in Old Town? These are things that we need to talk about when we talk about the leftover land and vacant lots. I feel like we are an afterthought because there's not a lot left, and we haven't been considered. So let's consider us attainable home ownership for the local economic workforce. Thank you.
Thank you, Laurel. The next speaker is Tammy Marine.
Hi, I'm Tammy Marine, Executive Director of Habitat for Humanity Inland Valley. As a reminder for those that don't know, Habitat is a nonprofit affordable housing developer, but we specialize in self-help homeownership, so it's not a rental program. So a couple points I wanted to make. One is I just came off, had the honor of serving on the Quality of Life Master Plan Blue Ribbon Committee, and one of the things during the meeting that we talked about repetitively, not just from me representing housing, but other representatives from different sectors, is we talked about the need for affordable housing and why that is so critical to us. So I just wanted to remind you that, like many of you, I moved to Temecula because housing was more affordable here, and we were looking for home ownership, not rental opportunities, and that scenario has now shifted, and there are very few affordable homeownership opportunities anymore. So I think that is just a point I wanted to make moving forward. I also, looking at the parcels that you provide, I noticed that most of them are not conducive for housing, but a few of them are. So I would encourage the council to really look at the ones that are and maybe consider incorporating homeownership or affordable housing of some type into some of those units. And I also am a Temecula Valley Chamber member and serve on the Workforce Development Committee for the Chamber. One of the concerns that corporations have in our town is affordability for their employees, and that the majority of, I'm told 65 to 70%, that's not an exact number, but I'm told that from a person that is from the industrial center. They commute, and that's a huge issue because we know that commuting affects traffic, the environment, safety, and a family's ability to thrive. So looking at those workforce homeownership opportunities, I think, is essential, not just for the individuals that move into that house, but also for economic development, so that corporations want to come here and be a part of our community. In terms of the specific parcels, I just wanted to mention that the Diaz property, again, this is a question and a comment. I just wondered if that parcel could possibly be subdivided and sell half and maybe use the other half for workforce development, something like that. The other thing I wanted to mention was the Santiago and Yanez property. I know there are issues with the HOA. I feel Habitat for Humanity might be a candidate for that, because I think that we could produce a beautiful product of single-family homes that might dovetail well into that HOA. I am reminded from my construction managers who's here that those lots would be probably a little larger than what we typically do with Habitat homes, but nonetheless, we're interested in that. And then on the Davana property, which was, I think, property 13, I think I'm saying that right, I know there was a proposed senior unit project in the past. That is a huge topic at Habitat, is trying to figure out how we can house our seniors in a homeownership model, and we're definitely interested in that. And last topic I just wanted to make while I had the forum is that there are Habitat affiliates all across the country, particularly in the state, that are partnering with affordable rental developers. We would love to be a part of some of those conversations if it comes up, because affordable homeownership helps people change the trajectory of their life long term, not just temporarily. It's not just a Band-Aid. And I think that's the values we represent here as a city, is to help people to thrive. And so I'd love to be a part of those conversations if the opportunity comes about, and I just thank you for the time.